Bug chasing and gift giving are colloquial terms used by some men who have sex with men to describe intentional, unprotected anal sex, barebacking, with the goal of spreading HIV. Bug chasers are HIV-negative men who actively seek unprotected sex with HIV-positive partners so that they themselves can become HIV-infected. Wow! My name is Eric, and welcome to the craziness that lives inside my head. A little while ago, I've gotten a request from a viewer who wanted me to talk about bug chasers. And as I said in the beginning, bug chasers are HIV-negative men who actively seek unprotected sex with HIV-positive partners. There's another one. The one is gift givers. Hold on. The other one is gift giving. Now, gift giving, I kind of heard that term in the late 80s, early 90s. And I read something about it way back then. Guys who intentionally have anal sex to become HIV positive. I never indulged in any of that. I heard the terminology. I just didn't understand it in a way. It's kind of, morbid in a way. Someone said it's like getting HIV is almost like becoming like a vampire. It's like a society. I don't know anything. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know anything about it. I heard about it. But I am going to tell you my experience. I don't know what it is. The experience I have, I guess you could call it bug chasing, but I don't think anyone that I knew was chasing to get infected. I knew a lot of guys who bareback back in those days. If you say to me, "Well, did you bareback?" and I have to say, yes, I did. In my drinking days, let's face it, when you're high and there's a hot guy cruising you at the bar, you're going to go to bed with him. You ain't going to think about condoms. You ain't going to think about bug chasing. You ain't going to think about any of that. It's all about the raw sex with a nice hairy hung man. Especially when you're drinking and drunken at the bars. When I got sober, I began to become more aware of the AIDS situation. In my third year of sobriety, I became a volunteer for the men's health crisis in the village. I've seen a lot of guys who actually had clients. I would go to their house. I would help them whatever things they need. A lot of times I would go to their house and bring them to the center, because they had free dinners at the center, and I would do that 1 or 2 days a week. I had a lover at the time who loves to cook, and every Sunday, just about every Sunday, he would go down to, I think it's the Bailey House, and cook for the AIDS patient. So that part, I know all that, and this is in my sobriety. Like I said, when I drank, yes, we all had sex. We all went to where we shouldn't have done what we shouldn't have done. A lot of us survived, a lot of us didn't. I can tell you stories. I don't know about, like I said, I don't know anything about bug chasing. I don't know about gift giving, whatever. I don't know anything about that. I do know that when I think back, it was in my drinking days, about a party I went to, and it was at a friend's house. I can't divulge any names because even though the majority of the guys at the party are no longer with us, there may be still people who was there at that party who may hear this. But anyway, it was at a friend's house on Upper West Side. It was a drinking party, yes. Everybody with the music was blaring and people was dancing, getting high, smoking reefers, smoking crack, smoking. Oh no, it wasn't. Was it crack? It wasn't crack then. It was angel dust and getting high. And then the bedroom was supposedly you put your coat in the bedroom. Everybody dropped that coat in the bedroom, went in the living room, or got to the party. So I went into the bedroom to look for something in my coat jacket I couldn't find. And there was one of the party goers there. He was, believe it or not, he was a married man who lived in the building that had the party. But he had he loved to play basketball. And that's what he did on Saturdays. And I guess, I don't know if his wife knew or not, but she knew that he played basketball on Saturday nights, not Saturday nights, but Saturdays at the park with the guys. A lot of those guys who play basketball was also, as they say, in the life. So he was in the bedroom and he had his penis out. And he asked me to go down on him. And you know I'm a slut. So I went down on him, but before I even put my mouth on it, he had a white pulsy bump on the head of his penis. And I said, I am not touching that. And I was still drinking. I was drinking at the time. I wasn't sober. I was drinking. And I said, no, I am not touching that. And I left the room. Fast forward to a week later, 2 weeks later, I heard rumors. Two of my friends who was at that party got syphilis. And I didn't ask any question. But I heard a lot of guys at that party got syphilis. So I just put two and two together. They all got, I shouldn't say they all because I didn't get it. Whoever got syphilis, they must have fooled around with you know who in the bedroom. And I hate to say this, but those same guys, plus more at that party, well, they were gone by the 1990s, early 1990s. They no longer were alive. I found out through the grapevine. One of my friends was at the party. We hung out. I was still drinking. I wasn't sober yet. We hung out. We picked up a guy, and we both had sex with the same guy. I found out later, within a week, that the guy was HIV. My friend got HIV, passed away in the early 90s. I didn't get it. Don't ask me why. I just didn't get it. I could tell you lots of stories. But the problem with that, not a problem, but when I was asked to talk about bug chasing, I had to look it up. And gift giving I kind of heard back in the 80s. But bug chasing was a new one to me. I said, what the hell is bug chasing? Bug chasing. So I Googled it and I looked it up and I was like, wow. I don't get it. I'm not in that frame mind. I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe I would be in that frame mind. Maybe. And I've heard stories where guys who got it by accident, whatever, they didn't use condoms and they met somebody and they had sex. And to find out after they have sex, they got it. And then they became angry. And then they become screwing everybody in town without condoms. I don't know if that was to get back at whoever gave it to them. I don't know. I don't understand it. All I know is when I got sober, I had to become aware of what was going on around me. Now, here is the dumb thing. I got sober and I was still barebacking. I didn't have sex. I mean, I was 400 pounds, so if I got sex once a year, that was fantastic. So the once a year or the twice a year that I did get sex, you think I'm going to worry about putting on a condom? I mean, the guy putting on a condom, that's how, I hate to say this, I was young then and stupid. That's how desperate I was to have sex. But I was lucky. I was one of the lucky ones. No, I didn't get caught. But I have to say this. Yes, a lot of guys I did hang out with. Most of the guys I hang out with in the 70s and the early 80s are no longer here. I had got new friends in the 80s and the 90s. And quite a few of those is not here either. I don't understand it, why I'm here. The person who asked me to talk about this wanted to know, well, I'm lucky. I don't know if it's luck or I just don't know. I mean, I had a friend, sometimes we talk about stuff and he said, well, it was not in your genes, whatever it is. But all I have to say is be safe out there. Be safe and hey, and you young guys, I understand it. I was young, stupid, horny, fat, couldn't get sex the way I wanted to get sex, but when I got it, I couldn't. I'm not going to argue with a guy to put on a condom. Thank you for listening to the craziness that lives inside my head.